Today, we're digging into one of the most powerful and, honestly, motivating ideas in all of fitness, the science of the comeback. If you've ever taken a break and felt like all your hard work just evaporated, stick around. This one's for you. So let's get real. You've taken some time off. Maybe it was a planned vacation. Maybe life just got in the way. Maybe it was a few years. And you look in the mirror and that little voice in your head starts up. It's all gone. I'm right back at square one. We have all been there. It's a terrible feeling. But what if I told you that voice is completely wrong? What if your body has been secretly keeping receipts on every single rep you've ever done, just waiting for you to come back? Well, I've got some seriously good news. It has. Your muscles remember, and we're about to look at the science that proves it. Here's the game plan for today. We're going to talk about why your muscles never forget. Then, we'll meet the secret factory managers inside your muscle cells. We'll also see how it's not just muscle, but your brain and DNA too. Then we'll get to the really exciting part, the ultimate comeback, and wrap it all up with a practical game plan you can use today. All right, let's dive into the big idea itself. And just to be clear, this isn't some gym bro myth. This is a real, scientifically backed phenomenon. So what is muscle memory really? Put simply, it's your body's incredible ability to snap back and regain lost muscle and strength way, way faster than it took to build it the first time. You know, that first grind to build your foundation, that takes time. But getting back to where you were, that's like having an express pass back to your old self. Okay, to really understand the magic here, we need to zoom in. I'm talking microscopic level. We're going inside your muscle cells to meet the real MVPs of the story, something called myonuclei. Your muscle fibers are these huge, long cells. They're so big, they can't be run by just one brain. They need a whole team of little control centers to manage the place. Those are your myonuclei. Their main job is to run the muscle-building show. So the key takeaway is simple. The more myonuclei you have, the bigger your potential for growth is. They're the gatekeepers. Now check this out. This data from a recent 2024 study is absolutely fascinating. On the left, you've got the myonuclei count before any training. Then, after just 10 weeks of lifting, look at that middle bar. Bam! A huge jump in the number of these control centers. But here is the kicker. They then took a 16-week break from the gym. And while their muscle size went down, look at that third bar. The number of myonuclei stayed high. They didn't leave. And this leads to the absolute best way to think about this. Picture your muscle as a factory. When you train, you're not just building a bigger factory, you're hiring more factory managers. Those are the myonuclei. Now, when you take a break, the factory might shrink a bit to save energy. But the managers, they don't get fired. They stick around ready to ramp up production and rebuild the whole thing at lightning speed the second you get back to work. But hang on, it gets even cooler. It's not just about these factory managers. This memory is stored in a few different places. We're talking about a whole system that links your muscles, your nervous system, and even your genetic code. You can kind of think of it like a computer system. You've got two types of memory working together. On one side, you have cellular memory. That's the hardware upgrade, the extra myonuclei we just talked about. But then you also have neural memory. That's the software, your brain literally getting better at the skill of lifting. It learns the most efficient way to fire your muscles to perform a perfect squat, and when you come back, that software reinstalls way, way faster. And the rabbit hole goes even deeper, right down to your DNA, through something called epigenetics. Here's how it works. When you train hard, you're basically putting little chemical bookmarks on your muscle-building genes, making them easier to turn on. The incredible part is, research shows that even when you stop training, a lot of those bookmarks just stay there. So when you come back, your body can flip to the right page and reactivate those genes super fast. It's wild. Okay, so you can get your gains back quickly. We've established that. But what if the comeback could be better than the original? This is where things get really, really exciting. The science isn't just saying you can get back to your old self. It's asking a much bigger question. Could you actually use muscle memory to slingshot past your previous personal bests? This timeline shows what I'm talking about. Week 0, you've got your starting point. After 7 weeks of training, muscle size hits a new peak. Then comes a 7-week break. And yeah, size dips down, as you'd expect. But here's the magic. Look at week 21, after they started retraining. Their muscle mass didn't just get back to the old peak, it blew right past it, setting a brand new record. So, how is that even possible? Well, researchers think it's because those bookmarked genes we talked about, they don't just turn back on, they roar back to life. There's this massive overshoot effect. Your body, already primed from all your past work, basically overcompensates, leading to a supercharged rate of growth that can help you smash through old plateaus. Okay, that science is seriously motivating, right? But it's not enough to just know it. The real question is, how do you take all this information and turn it into an actual plan for your comeback? All right, here are your comeback rules. Number one, and this is the most important, check your ego at the door. Start back at around 50 to 60% of your old weights. Seriously. Number two, focus on perfect, crisp form. This is your chance to reboot that mind-muscle software. Third, be patient. Give yourself a solid 2 to 3 weeks to ramp back up. And finally, you have to be relentless about recovery. That means protein and sleep are non-negotiable. And what about the workouts themselves? Well, the research points to two main paths, depending on your goal. If you want to get that muscle size back, hypertrophy, you're going to live in that 8 to 12 rep range with shorter rest. But if your main goal is raw strength, you'll want to focus on that lower 4 to 6 rep range with longer rests so you can go heavy. Just pick your lane and stay in it. And look, you cannot rebuild the factory without the raw materials. It's just not possible. Your number one nutritional priority has to be protein. You want to be shooting for 1.6 to 2.0 grams of protein for every kilogram of your body weight every single day. This is the fuel your body is screaming for to take advantage of this comeback phenomenon. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Every single rep you've ever struggled through, every ounce of effort you've ever put in, it was never wasted. It's an investment that's been saved in your cells, written into your biology, just waiting for you to come back and claim it. Your body isn't just okay with a comeback. It is biologically primed for one. It's built for it. So let me ask you, knowing that your past self did all the hard work to set your future self up for success, what goal are you going to go out and crush next? Hey, if this explainer got you fired up for your own comeback story, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. And make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into the science that makes you stronger. Thanks for watching.